Hey guys, and welcome back to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. An interesting video for you today, guys. Right, we're gonna have a look at the VECTREX system, and you know what, guys, this isn't a system that I'm familiar with. So yeah, so let's kind of go through this together. This is just gonna be one of my one of my videos where it's it's rough around the edges and okay, so. A big shout out to obsidian-dot-dev, right? So they're the mystery developer. Well, they're no longer a mystery now, right? But they brought us the recent Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong 3, Mario Brothers. So they brought us like a number of games, right? Just out of the blue. Dig Dug, Tower of Droga, is it? As well as like Mappy. They just turned up out of the blue, right? Ports for the Analogue Pocket, and I kind of did a video on it, and I said to the developer, if you're around, then come over to my Discord, introduce yourself. And they did. They came over to the Pixel Cherry Ninja Gaming Discord, and we spoke, and we spoke to one another. And okay, let's have a look at the games, right? Again, guys, we're just gonna kind of go through this, and we're gonna have a look at stuff here. So if we go in here, so the game we were looking at there is Armor Attack. Let's have a look at some other games. Berserk, I don't know, Berserk sounds good, right? Because, it's Berserk. There's no sound for me, right? So I've tried the two games that you're seeing. I tried them while testing out this core. But that is all I tried, really. But what you can do here is if you get into core settings, you can go show overlay, or you can get rid of the overlay, right? So we'll have a look at like the obsidian-dev's GitHub page, in this video at some point as well. Sorry, did I? Okay, so was overburn on by default or not? I think it was. And here we go. So we're playing this game here, and again, interesting looking stuff. So this is a work in progress beta at the moment. I'll leave a link to the GitHub page, but you require some work to do. You would need to generate your own JSON files. You would need to generate your own ROMs. Okay, I can't touch the walls here. So I've never really played any VECTREX games. I think the closest, or if they can be classed as VECTREX games, did I call them VECTREX? Okay, VECTREX, right? I mean, I like the fact I've got a diagonal shot here as well. And this game is Berserk's interesting. I like it. I'm digging it, right? But the closest game I would have played to anything that resembles VECTREX would be Atari Star Wars games, right? Like, I absolutely love them. I originally played them on the Atari ST, and that's the best place I remember playing them. I've never played the arcade machine, even though when I did a video on it previously, because we know that's something amazing core developer Mazamars is kind of working on. So yeah. So, I might get to try the arcade version at some point, but Atari ST is where it was for me. So if I haven't said so already, a big shout out to Terminator 2K2, who always puts stuff together for me. So obsidian-dot-dev actually, has got a GitHub page with the core files and, stuff available, but not quite a simple solution just to download stuff now. But Terminator 2K2 helped me with, can I not fire at that? Helped me with the ROM generation, or generating the ROMs, and also helped me prepping up those JSON files, right? So a big shout out to him. Let me just completely exit the core so you can actually look at the graphics that are available. So VECTREX, again, like I usually like getting a blank micro SD card and running everything on there. So 1982 VECTREX. Let's run the core. Let's go Art Master, shall we? So we'll have a look at a few games, guys, and just flick through the video. Again, like, there's no sound at the moment, and it is a beta, and it is a work in progress. Oh, we have got sound. I just heard something there. Okay, so maybe some games don't have sound, some have sound. I don't know enough about this system to know whether this system actually had sound, or maybe some of the games didn't have sound. Honestly, this is the first time I'm experiencing it. I never played it in the arcade. I mean, I was alive when they were released. But, okay, so, all right. Not quite sure what's going on here. Maybe this is a game that doesn't have the best compatibility. Again, I'm just firing away here. And don't take anything I say as gospel. I know I always say I don't know that much, but in regard to VECTREX, honestly, guys, I know even less. Right, so let's go and load another JSON. And okay, clean sweep. Now this game reminds me of was it Jimmy Stones? Did he do clean sweep? Or am I mistaken here? I think maybe it may be one of the cores on the Mr. that Jimmy done. I'm not quite sure. We'll have a look at exactly where this came from. I'll go through some of the notes, some of obsidian-dot-dev's notes on this. So okay, so the buttons here, okay, I'm using let's talk PlayStation terms, right? So if I press the triangle button, it changes between players. And if I'm pressing the square button, it's changing game 1, game 2. And if I'm pressing the cross button, okay, game 1, game 2. So imagine circle will start the game. Yes, so circle starting the game. The D-pad lets you move the way you move. Oh, okay, so this is like a Pac-Man-y type of game, right? Grabbing the stuff. Do the buttons do anything? Okay. Okay, so he can't get me in here, right? So the buttons aren't really doing much, right? Okay, kind of got done there. But again, an interesting concept. Now, I know many people have a lot of love for VECTREX, the VECTREX system. And it's a core people have often kind of referred to and said this is something that they would like to see. Again, I don't know much about it. It's before my time, but I definitely appreciate the work that kind of goes in here. So let's move on to another game, because there's a whole bunch of game there, guys. There's a whole bunch of games. Look, I'll kind of flick through the list, not too fast, so you can kind of, oh, we got pole position. Definitely going to try that next. I don't know. I think there might be like 33 games in total. I can't be bothered counting them now, but I remember looking at the folder and I think it was around 33 games. So we said pole position. So this is interesting. It kind of reminds me of those. I don't know if anyone remembers, right? In the UK here, we had some games, right? We had Tommy Electronics, and there was these games that looked like binoculars, right? And you looked in there and you could see the screen. They had like Shark Attack, and they had like a Formula 1 game. There was a good bunch of games there. And wow, this is made by Namco as well. So again, a very interesting system. Oh wow, guys, I love it. So we got buttons. We got first gear, second gear, and gas. Right, let me figure out what the darn gas button is. Okay, I can't go yet because the timer's there. But again, I can imagine looking at these on some type of screen and they'll just look good. Right, okay. How do I? Oh, okay, cool. I'm in. Okay, cool. So you got 2 gears. Oh wow, look, guys. Seriously, I'm getting good nostalgia vibes from this, right? All I need is that Tommy Electronics headset like on my head, and wow, I'm playing it, right? So the default controls for this, now remember, you can always change the controls, right? The option is there. Is the square button will be accelerate, triangle is gear 1, and the cross button is gear 2. So yeah, it's doable. I'm playing it like that, okay, but again, really liking this, guys, or really liking this game. It just has that nostalgia vibe to it. Again, guys, I'm always appreciative, and I love it when you tell me your experiences with this hardware, because this is my first experience with this, right? I know nothing of this. You know, what I'm seeing here is my first experience on this system. So, you know, when you tell me that you had this, you got it for Christmas, it brings back these memories, these are the best games on it, I absolutely love it. And I try, honestly, when I say I try and respond to pretty much every comment, I really do. And if I don't, just understand, maybe I'm busy, maybe stuff like wife, maybe stuff like life, but maybe stuff like wife as well is in the way. So we have a look at Artmaster. Have we looked at that already? I'm not sure. Sounds a bit arty-farty, right? So let's check this out. So, you know, I'm a family guy, you know, my kids, wife, life, work. So, but even then I do try and get everything answered, man, because you know what, I like it. You got, oh no, yeah, we did try this one, didn't we? I'm telling you, my memory's like a sieve. Out of all the 33 games, and I end up picking a bloody duplicate again. Ooh, Cosmic Chasm, is that how you say it? Chasm. As you can tell, I'm not the most educated of people, but I do try and speak the Queen's English at times. And guys, you know, if you want to get a little bit of help on this, maybe you want to join the Pixel Cherry Ninja Discord, and you can ask away at Terminator 2, right? If he's you know, if the guy's free, he's always helpful with stuff. But if not, hold tight. Obsidian-dot-dev will make stuff available once he works on it a little bit more. He has been working fast. I've seen him respond to people very fast. Be cool, be nice, like I always say, guys. But it's likely this will get added to updaters. You know, I know obsidian-dot-dev is on the FPGA Gaming Discord as well, where he's actually in contact with other developers as well. So, you know, he's got support and help there, should support and help be required. Wow, this is interesting. So I've got a fire button, I've got a shield button. Awesome. Okay, there's an accelerate button. Right, okay. Right, what am I doing? Oh, okay, maybe I'm leaving the room, right? Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. Silly me, there was an open door there. Okay, I like it. So this has got to be a map, right? So let's take these boys out. Oh, no, you're all gonna die. I need to accelerate. I kind of like the physics, you know, like when you stop, there's like a little bit of a slowdown, which gives, you know, that gives you that feeling when you brake in the car and you move forward a little bit. Again, this is a fantastic system. Not gonna go through every single game on here or anything, guys. You know, there's a whole bunch there. Like I said, you know, I did show you my list so you can see the games that are available. Okay, let's go to another one because I simply can't figure out how to navigate to the next level. But yeah, let's have a look. Oh, Dark Tower. That sounds interesting. Now, I'm getting a game called Dark Tower coming to my head that I had on the Atari, and it was like a spaceship afterburnery type of game where you're kind of flying across. Now, I could be completely wrong. I could have a different game in my head, or I don't know. But let's see what this Dark Tower is. Now, imagine the game's going to be dark and there's going to be a tower in it. You know, it doesn't take a genius to work that out. But let's go game 4, right? We're going game 1 all the time. Let's go game 4. Oh wow, guys, you know what? This would have been cutting edge back then. Imagine in 1982, guys. Just go back to 82 and you're in a forest. You're in this dark forest. Have I got buttons? Okay. So is this like an early days RPG? Again, I don't know. I guess, you know, I could read up on the system on Wiki. I did just kind of touch upon it on Wikipedia, just have a quick look at the system. And I was like, okay, that's a lot to read. I want to just go ahead and make the video. But guys, that looks wicked. I mean, you know, being a kid, right? Being like a kid, like a very, very young kid and playing this, like your older cool cousin or someone had it. You know, your imagination would drive you wild. You're walking through this forest and, you know, you've got your stuff here. You've got 5 reserve troops, 2 bags of gold, silver key, bronze key, and a brass key. Your score is 0. All right, let's check another game. Again, okay, so load JSON file. Again, I really wish if I knew some of these games. I know pole position, so that's what I kind of went for. Oh, Star Trek, the motion picture. Wow, okay. So we got Star Trek on VECTREX. Now, what's really funny, right? Heading over to like the Mr. FPGA Gaming Discord. I know this is an Analog Pocket video, right? But, or even like FPGA Gaming in general, right? I'm a big Star Wars fan. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind Star Trek. I used to watch it because a friend of mine watched it. And you know, when you're growing up and there's not always a lot to do. And I ended up watching like pretty much all of the next generation as well as some of the older ones, right? But I was always a Star Wars guy, right? Not a Star Trek guy. But most people I speak to in FPGA Gaming are definitely more Star Trek than Star Wars. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, just I really didn't expect it, right? I didn't expect it. Wow, but guys, this is wow, fantastic. Like, imagine being a Star Trek fan and someone gives you this, right? I mean, who was it in 1982? Was it Captain Kirk? Was it the original Star Trek series? Or what? It must have been, yeah. I think the Next Generation may have been the 90s. I could be completely wrong, guys. But wow, guys, seriously. So I've got a shield. Wow. Okay, so look at that. I don't know what that's doing. So I've got a shield and I've got a power link, right? I don't know what is what, but wow, guys. You know, like I love that VECTREX, the Atari style Star Wars game. Now, if I was a Star Trek fan, sorry guys, I would have completely and utterly dagged this, right? But what we'll do is we'll do one more game. I'm not going to go for every single one. Wait for this to kind of get out, be released. I know a lot of you guys use stuff on the updaters. Obsidian-dot-dev is in touch with the updater guys. He's got access to them via the FPGA Gaming Discord. The community is talking. People are talking. Devs are talking with updaters. Devs are talking with content creators such as myself, and that's why I'm able to kind of bring you this stuff here. You know, I did ask obsidian-dot-dev for permission. I said, look, you know, Terminator 2K2 has put together a little package using your work. Are you okay with me doing the video? Obsidian-dot-dev, absolutely cool person, said, yep, absolutely, go ahead and do it. So people are talking. It will be available via the updaters, guys, right? So just kind of hold tight. I'm fortunate enough to have a really good buddy like 2K2 who just kind of put it together for me and does like a lot of the work that I would not be able to do or would take me 20 times longer than him to do. What game do you want to see next? It's not a live stream, so I'll pretend one of you is asking for a game, right? Oh, let me just have a look at chat. Let's have a look at Polar Rescue. Okay, guys, I heard that. Let's do a little bit of Polar Rescue, and that's what we'll have a look at. I'll bring up the GitHub page, and we'll go through some of the state of what obsidian-dot-dev is saying this game is like now, and hopefully this game will work. Okay, so we've got reverse thrust, forward thrust, reverse thrust, forward thrust, and torpedo fire. Oh wow, a lot of these kind of first person perspective games, right? Very, very, I don't know, would you say elite looking? I mean, elite was just fantastic. So what got no idea what I'm doing here. Submarine ready for launch, right? What am I doing? All right, okay, you know what? Okay, that weren't fair. I know I said this was the last game, but I want a game where I might be able to play. Right, rip-off, that sounds interesting, right? Because, yeah, no one likes being ripped off, right? But there's a game called Rip-Off, and I've got to try it, right? So rotate left, rotate right, and thrust and fire. Okay, so a 4-button game, man. Cutting-edge stuff here, guys. Again, I really like the overlays and how the names are in there. And, guys, it's just fantastic. Again, let me know what you guys think of this system. Oh, okay. Oh, so okay, so left and right rotates as well, so that's really, really handy. Oh, that's the fire button. Oh, okay, so I've got a thrust button. Hey, get back here. Okay, it'd be nice if thrust was kind of mapped to up as well. That would be interesting as a duplicate key. But I do like the fact that you can rotate moving it left and right on the D-pad, or there's buttons to rotate as well. So I guess it depends on how you play it. But I imagine people that had the original console, right, they would find the way that they're used to playing it as the way to map it. Are those power-ups? No, okay, I guess that's something I have to protect, right? Are they like my little space eggs or something, and I've got to protect them? And those things are coming to take my space eggs. Leave my space legs. Leave my space eggs alone, people. I will defend them. Right, okay, guys, that's it for the games. If you're only here to look at the gameplay, then cool, this video is over for you guys. But I'm going to bring up Chrome here. So having a look at here, open FPGA, VECTREX. I'm really sorry if I said VECTREX. You can always correct me in the comments, but VECTREX, I need to get that right. And here we are, VECTREX for Analogue Pocket. VECTREX for Analogue Pocket by obsidian-dot-dev. Port of FPGA VECTREX implementation by DAR. Based on the port to Mr. by Sorgelig. Template code based on Analogue Pocket of Asteroids by Eric Lewis. Now remember in the last video I did of obsidian-dot-dev, we spoke about one of the games that was Asteroids. So I guess this is kind of formed from there. And a note here, this core is currently in beta. If you encounter issues, it's likely with my porting integration work and not with the original core itself. Please file tickets on GitHub Tracker and I will look at them. So there you go, guys. Any issues you find, if you know the system, file a ticket on GitHub and Obsidian will have a look at them. And supported high resolution 540 by 720 display for super crisp lines at perfect 2-time integer scaling. Screen overlays, variable beam persistent setting, selectable overburn setting to simulate the bright points that occur at the vertices of lines drawn by the beam scanner. Note that the rest of the lines become dimmer when this is enabled. Right, known issues, color mode and external peripherals are not currently supported. Games requiring analog controls don't play well with the D-pad. So maybe some of the games that didn't kind of boot up or we couldn't get working, maybe that was the reason. Again, I don't know the system well enough. And down here, it kind of goes into how to generate the ROM and get everything going there. But let me kind of get rid of Chrome. And here you go. You've got a release here. But if you download this release, guys, it's you haven't got the JSON files. You know, unless you kind of know what you're doing, like someone like Terminator 2K2 or Andy D, someone that can generate that stuff easily and they're used to doing it, maybe then you can get it working. If not, guys, hold tight. You can see what's there, get excited if this is something you grew up with, but ultimately give it a little bit of time. So all right, so let's do one final game while I kind of talk the outro. And I'm not going to do the crazy talk and pretend that I can hear you guys. I'm just going to pick a game. So let's have a look. Let's go down here. What sounds interesting that I haven't picked already? Okay, what's this? Fortress of Narzod. Right, so this is the last game we're going to have a look at. I'm going to do the wrapping up here. A massive shout to obsidian-dot-dev. Dude, honestly, you are awesome. You're an awesome asset to the Analogue Pocket community. The Analogue Pocket is getting loads of cores. It's getting lots and lots of ports. It's just gained a lot of love. It's got awesome video filters. Honestly, it is a fantastic device. Oh wow, this is interesting. Where's my fire button? Okay, yeah. And Analogue Pocket is becoming super cool, right? We've got awesome games for it. Does the wall make me crash? No, it kind of stops me there. Yeah, so you know, Analog Pocket is just absolutely awesome. Mister's awesome, but we're getting a lot of stuff for the Analog Pocket, guys, and stuff like this just adds to that awesome library that is out there, guys. So you know what, guys, this is it. Once again, a big shout out to everyone involved in this development, from the original core developer, from Sorgeliv to Eric Lewis, to obsidian-dot-dev, to Terminator 2K2, who always helps. A big shout out to everyone over in the Pixel Cherry Ninja Gaming Discord, all the other Discords out there as well, like FPGA Gaming Discord as well, the Mr. FPGA Discord, Holtego's Discord, and also want to take this opportunity to send a massive shout out to Big Al. Big Al's been helping a lot of people out over on the Discord, so he's been he's agreed to take on the role of a mod on the PC and Discord. So good times, awesome stuff. Guys, take care of one another, be good to one another. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.